You already know that high testosterone is associated with high SMV, sexual market value. And as guys, we all want to increase our SMV, and high testosterone probably does that through increased muscle mass, increased masculine gene expression, such as your facial bone structure, and also I believe it does that via male pheromones that are increased when testosterone is increased. If you watch my videos, you understood everything I just said, but if you haven't, maybe you should, right? But this video is gonna be for guys that can't really get a blood test, but that still would wanna know whether they got high testosterone or low testosterone. And I believe through this video, through sharing with you 4 signs that you've got high testosterone, you will be able to know whether you've got it or not. And simply put it, if you have 4 of these signs, so all of them, you certainly have high testosterone. We are talking upwards of 800, 1000 nanogram per deciliter of total testosterone. And if you don't, if you've got 0 out of 4 of these high testosterone signs, you might, or you certainly have low testosterone. So 200, 300 nanogram per deciliter. Now I believe this is quite accurate, but still there will be outliers, and the best way to know what your testosterone levels are is to actually get them checked with a blood test. But still, let's begin with the video and talk about the first sign. You probably already heard it, but do you get strong, consistent morning woods? Now, if you didn't know already, testosterone peaks in the morning, meaning you've got the highest level of testosterone in the morning. And usually that peak in testosterone gives you a morning wood. So when you wake up, what you could do is check. And I tell you already, if you've been wasting your time in bed and it took you a while to wake up, you might have already lost that morning wood. But if you can't recall the time where you had strong morning woods, you probably don't get them. Whenever I wake up, and I'm gonna use myself as an example because I've been trying to increase my testosterone naturally for years now, and it has absolutely worked. And when I wake up every single day, I can instantly recall my morning woods because I feel them. And now the second sign is that you're a very high energetic person, meaning that you have a lot of energy. Now, testosterone is linked with energy. The more testosterone you'll have, the more energy you will have. You can ask yourself questions like, do you get tired easily? Do you fall asleep in your classes? If those 2 answers are yes, you're probably not a high energetic person. Now, other questions you could ask yourself: do you really love and have a lot of energy when you think about going to the gym or doing physical activities? This could be a sign that you have high energy. And another one, which is even more linked with testosterone, have you ever noticed yourself trying to impress girls? I'm gonna give you an example. You're playing sports, there's girls watching. Do you play like 2 times better simply because girls are watching you? This could be a sign of testosterone because testosterone is a sex hormone. It drives you to have sexual intercourse, and it drives you to impress girls around you. And to do that via showing your energy and your physical abilities is a great way to know do you have high testosterone or not. The third sign is your libido level. As I said, testosterone is a sex hormone. It drives you to reproduce. The more testosterone you'll have, the more libido you'll have. That's why you see older men get on TRT so they can actually start having sex again and feel that sexual energy inside of them. How do you know if you've got high libido? Well, you could ask yourself questions like, how is your no-fap journey going? If you are on no-fap, if you're trying to not fap, now this might still be linked with addictions. If you're in a relationship, do you always want more sex? This could also be a great sign. But still, if you're addicted to sex, this might be completely biased, so it might not work. But one good one is, you get random boners throughout the day. Like, let's say you're sitting in class or at work and you see, whether that is your teacher, a coworker, walk by. Do you start fantasizing? Even if that girl isn't that pretty, you start thinking about it, thinking about sexual thoughts, whether you should or you shouldn't, and you get a boner. well, this could be a sign that you've got high testosterone. And finally, the last sign, the fourth sign, is do you have a well-developed upper body? And when I'm talking about upper body, I'm talking about your upper chest, your shoulders, your traps, and your neck. Because if you didn't know already, testosterone is an androgen, and it is most active in your muscles such as your neck, your traps, upper chest, and shoulders. And that's why when you try to spot a fake tanny, a good way to know if someone's on trend, TRT, or whatever is, do they got like humongous traps? This is usually a good way to know whether they are natty or not. And you can basically do the same for you. Like according to your fitness journey, so if you've been working out for 8 years now and you've got big traps, of course this might not be a sign of high testosterone because you've been training them a lot. But if you've not been training all that much and you got big traps, this might be a sign of you having high testosterone. So you can compare yourself to yourself via looking at how developed your traps are compared to the rest of your body, your chest, your shoulders, whatever. And also you can compare yourself to others, guys that might look like you or any guy in general, and see, do you have much more developed traps, neck, chest than them? That might be a good sign. So a quick recap. We talked about morning woods, we talked about high energy, we talked about libido, and we also talked about your upper body development. And these four are signs that you've got high testosterone or not. And as I said in the beginning of this video, you got all of them, you've got high testosterone, certainly. You got none of them, you certainly have low testosterone. And let's say there's one you're not too sure about, another you're not too sure about, maybe you got 2 out of 4. This might be a sign that you're average. Maybe you've got other issues that are impacting those things. And lastly, I want to tell you that even if you have low testosterone, average testosterone, or fuck it, even if you've got high testosterone and you want more testosterone, there are natural ways to increase your testosterone. And honestly, it's quite simple. I make plenty of videos on how to naturally increase testosterone as a guy that absolutely exploded my testosterone in the span of 1 to 2 years. So if you want to learn more about these kind of things, go watch my videos. I'm going to keep posting good quality videos on increasing testosterone naturally. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.